Alright, so this is the Anbernic RG Rotate, and I have to admit, this thing is one of the more interesting handhelds I've seen in a while. At first glance, it looks like a pretty standard retro gaming device, but then you realize the display actually rotates. It's a small feature that ends up making a surprisingly big difference depending on what you're playing. The first thing that stands out is the build quality. Unlike a lot of budget handhelds that feel like cheap plastic toys, this one uses an aluminum alloy shell combined with plastic, giving it a much more premium feel in the hand. It feels sturdy, compact, and definitely something you can toss into a backpack without worrying too much. Powering the system is the Unisoc T618 processor paired with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage. If you've been following retro handhelds, you'll know this chip has been around for a while, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's well optimized and can comfortably handle classic systems like NES, SNES, Genesis, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, PSP, and even a decent amount of GameCube and PlayStation 2 games. Just don't expect every PS2 title to run perfectly. Some games will need a bit of tweaking, and the more demanding titles can definitely struggle. The 3.5-inch display is bright, colorful, and sharp, making older games look fantastic. And of course, the rotating screen isn't just a gimmick. It works really well for vertical arcade shooters and classic pinball games, giving you a more authentic experience that most handhelds simply can't offer. The controls are also pretty solid, the D-pad feels responsive, the face buttons have a nice click to them, and from what I've experienced, it's comfortable enough for longer gaming sessions. Battery life is respectable too, thanks to the 2000 mAh battery. You're looking at around 4 to 6 hours depending on what you're emulating and your screen brightness. Now, it isn't perfect. The biggest downside is that the T618 is starting to show its age. Newer handhelds are releasing with more powerful processors, so if your goal is flawless GameCube or PlayStation 2 performance, this probably isn't the device you should be buying. Another thing is the screen size. While the display looks great, 3.5 inches can feel a little cramped for PSP and newer 3D games. It's fantastic for retro systems, but if you mostly play widescreen titles, you may wish it were a bit larger. The rotating hinge is definitely unique, but it's also another moving part that could wear over time. It feels sturdy now, but it's something to keep in mind if you're constantly rotating the display. Overall though, I think the Anbernic RG Rotate is a really fun handheld. It has premium build quality, a unique rotating display, solid performance for retro gaming, and enough power to handle a huge library of classic games. It won't replace a high-end handheld if you're chasing perfect PS2 or GameCube emulation, but for everything below that, it's a great little device. If this looks like something you want to add to your collection, be sure to check out the link in the description. It'll take you directly to the product so you can check the latest pricing, features, and availability. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review.